Hi and welcome to the 2018 paper 1 of the Leaving Cert Higher Level Maths. So we're going to stuck in here on question 1. Now as always I'd advise you to stop this question and the next two sections B and C and just have a go at it yourself. If you can't do it, fair enough, we can help you out. If you can do it, happy days. Now the set notes I'm using with the answers on the next page, you can get them off me at shanetroy@gmail.com. That email address is under the description below. So question 1 here is worth 10D, so there's a fair chance of picking up some marks here. The text is, when Sean joined a sales company, he was offered a choice of 2 different salary contracts. The details of the contracts are outlined in the table below. So you see a salary, there's 2 contracts, one with a salary of 35,000, the second contract B with a salary of 30,000. But then they get extra money, and depending on how many sales they make. Contract A has a 2% bonus, and contract B is at 3%. So while contract A has a higher starting salary, it's a lower commission. Contract B has a lower salary but a higher commission. So which is best? Okay. Now part A, find out how much Sean would earn under each contract in a year where his total sales were 400,000. And they give you here 2 different sections, one for contract A and one for contract B. Okay, so the important thing here is the 400,000 is the amount of sales in both contracts. Okay, so we'll see which is best. Now I'm going to go straight to the calculation here. So I've written it out in text, and you don't necessarily have to do that yourself, but often these kind of questions on finance and stuff, it's about understanding what's being asked. So the yearly salary for contract A is given by the salary and the commission. Now it's the same thing for contract B, it's the same principle. Now the yearly salary then is 25,000 for contract A, that's your set amount, and 2% of 400,000. Now by my math, that's 25,000 and 8,000. Okay, make sure you use the calculator. I'm getting 2% of 400,000. You use the calculator for that, it's multiplied by 2 over 100, or 0.02, or use the percentage button. That should be pretty handy. Add those two figures together and I get 43,000. Now contract B, the same thing. Okay, the yearly salary, okay, is given by 30,000 and 3% of 400,000 in this scenario. So that's the yearly salary, 30,000 plus 1,200. 3% of 400,000 is 1,200. Add them together, you get 42 grand. Now obviously he should pick contract A, but if he's going to make a lot of sales, if he feels he can make more than 400,000 sales in a year, maybe it's worth taking contract B. Okay, so that's part A now. So we'll move on to part B. Again, I suggest you pause it, have a go at it, and if you're back, this is a 5C question. So we have the text here. Another employee, Mary, earned €50,000 in a particular year. She is on contract A. Find her total sales for that year. So you know now her base salary is 35,000, and she's getting 2% of whatever sales she made. Now she made 50,000 in total, so I'll just go through to the text here. Her yearly salary, okay, this is contract A, is the salary, the 35,000, plus 2% of whatever. So we know that the yearly salary is 50,000. Okay, that's equal to the base salary of 35,000 plus 2% of whatever. Now you can call the X if you want. I'm just going to keep calling it sales. So we do some algebra here, okay? It's an equation, one unknown, so we can solve it. So I bring the 35,000 across the equal, changes the operator. It was being added here on the right, comes across, becomes being subtracted, or changes from positive to negative, depending how you want to say it. Now that's a calculation, so simplify that. That's 50,000, take away 35,000, gives me the 15,000 figure I have here. And that represents 2% of the sales. So if we bring, now, there's different ways of approaching this, but I'm just going to follow the algebraic thing. And I'm going to say, well, if sales is the unknown, I'm bringing this 2% across. It was being multiplied, 2% of sales, or times sales, equals 15,000. It's multiplied to the right, becomes divided when it moves across the equal. Okay, now, so that's a calculation. Remember, 2% is just 2 divided by 100, which is the equivalent to 0.02 in decimal. So that's where I've gotten this 0.02 from. Okay, that's a calculation of the calculator, and I came up with 750,000, a round number. It's not triggering anything, and that's the sales that Mary made that year. Okay, so part C here now is a 10C question. It says, find the total sales for which a salesperson would earn the same amount of money under each contract. Okay, so basically saying that each contract will be the same. Now, that's a common thing here in, I suppose, not necessarily this kind of question. When you're told to make two things the same, why argue? Do it. Okay. So the salary for contract A plus 2% sales, that's what a person under contract A would be getting, is equal to, it's the same as the salary of contract B plus 3% sales under that contract. I'm basically stating the two contracts against each other. It's called equating. Now, this unknown is sales. Now, it appears on the left and on the right, but it's the same unknown, the same number. So I can treat it just like it was X. And if you prefer to call that X or some other name or symbol for a variable, that's fine. Okay, I'm just keeping it called sales. No right or wrong. So 35,000 plus 2% of sales equals 30,000 plus 3% of sales. Now, that's an equation, again, of one unknown, so I can solve it. I'm going to bring the 30,000 across the equal. Okay, I'm going to bring the sales across the equal. So one's moving from right to left, the other's moving from left to right. So the same thing happens, the same rule applies. The 2% sales is being added on the left, becomes subtracted on the right. That's there. The 30,000 is being added on the left, sorry, the right, becomes subtracted on the left. That's there. So that's technically two sums. 35,000 take away 30,000, it's 5,000. 3% take away 2% is 1%. Now, just like the last one, now you could just multiply by 100 here. Because if 1% is 5,000, 100% is 100 times that. I'm just continuing what I did before, and I'm dividing the 1% into the 5,000. Now I've cropped here a bit, I'm going to fix that on the editing. But that's basically saying 50,000 divided by 0.01, okay? And put that to the calculator, I end up with 500,000 for the sales. Okay, that should be the end of part C. Okay, so the next question is question 2. See you then. Thank you.